kind of superpower would you like to have? I suppose, yeah, seeing into the future. That would be a good one.
I've seen the future. You know what it is? It's a 47-year-old virgin sitting around in his beige pajamas, drinking a banana broccoli shake, singing, "I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener."
What led me to become an entrepreneur? Yeah, the ability to make your own idea become reality, which I think is really sort of wonderful about being an entrepreneur. But then also, yeah, I mean, along with that comes all the stress and other things. What's your favourite workplace in Jozi? Yeah, I mean, one of my favourite places in Jozi is just across the road here, is 44 Stanley. Yeah, it's like a very sort of creative hub. What social media do I use the most? Sure. Lots of Instagram, lots of Facebook. What is the biggest problem you're currently facing as an academic, but also, yeah, as a designer? To me, the biggest issue is the acknowledgement of the role design can play in the economy, particularly, you know, facing issues around creating more jobs in the country, particularly around issues of inequality. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Sheesh, I have no idea.
Maybe the other way around. Where were you 10 years ago?
Sheesh, 10 years ago I had just finished my... I went travelling with my wife, who became my wife, and we travelled for a year. So we backpacked, we went through India, we went through Asia, we went to stay in Bangkok for a bit, we went through to Lebanon, we went to Beirut, we went to Brussels, we went to Paris for a bit, ended up in London. And so the whole idea was kind of to find somewhere that we could go, or somewhere we could call home, but particularly with, you know, around our sort of expertise. And like, actually the more I spent away from South Africa, the more I was like, I want to come back. You're stuck on a desert island. What object would you like to have? My Leatherman. Yeah, my little, can kind of do a lot of different things, all with one. Yeah.
I'm going to do this quickly and humanely.
What the digital allows today, which was not possible yesterday, access to an international market. You're able to instantly access a market in one sense, but also audience. Consumer base in terms of design, you can immediately sort of access the world digitally very, very quickly. But also, I think it also provides a lot of opportunities for connecting as well. Your favorite chill place in Jersey? I mean, for me, it would be my house. I live in a nice little quiet cul-de-sac, and it's like a little farm in the middle of the city, and it's really quiet. What is your business in 20 seconds? Yeah, I describe myself as an industrial designer, an educator, and a design researcher. What is the last innovation this year that blew your mind? I suppose there's an innovation, maybe it's a group of innovations, more like the whole open source movement in itself. I think that, to me, is how businesses are defining themselves from that, and they kind of make a movement that's come out of that. I think it's very, very innovative. If you could be anyone, who would you like to be? Other people are inspiring, but I mean, I think we all have our own journeys, so I'd rather be myself. The best digital technology that reduce inequality. I mean, I think in Africa it would have to be the mobile phone. It reduced inequalities, but it also created lots of problems at the same time. So it's not a perfect, but I mean, I think in terms of access to knowledge and information, the mobile phone's been amazing. The personality that inspired you in 2017, the person is Alain de Botton. I don't know if you know him, he's a philosopher.
What I want to talk to you about tonight is how to have a better sex life. Now, there's good and bad news. The bad news is it's not simply going to be a physical exercise. I'm not going to be able to recommend any creams, lotions, or special positions. I don't believe that bad sex starts with a lack of ointments.
What would I do with R1 million? Possibly investing in a really worthwhile business, something that could, or even maybe a design school, like a separate sort of freestanding design school. You know, something like a bit like the Ulm school in Germany, but a African version of that.